Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the But What Do We Know podcast. My name's Brady, and I'm joined by my fellow co-hosts, Sean,
What's up?
Alec,
Hello.
Antonio,
Hey.
and Sam.
Hello.
Jonah
Sorry. I had a voice crack.
Jonah and
stage
Tim are unable to do the podcast. Jonah is still at work, 6 weeks down the road. He's never gotten off a day yet, so I honestly think he just died at this point.
He's a workaholic, you know?
Yeah,
I like the grind he's on.
Yeah. But Tim's not here as well. He has other priorities. So
Priorities.
it's March, late March, like it's almost not March. But the God damn it, Antonio. But so March Madness is going on, and I don't know if a lot of you out there have made a bracket, but crazy stat: 0 out of 17.2 million brackets that were made remain perfect. Like,
Jeez.
Yep.
Out of over 17 million brackets, not one made it this far.
Yeah, that's
like
ridiculous.
usually I totally get it, like usually none of them get it at the end, but we're in the second round, I think, right?
Yep. Round of 32.
I think after the first round, the end of the first round, there were 4 brackets left. Like that's that's pretty
That's
crazy.
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Has everyone here filled out a bracket or anything like
I
that?
did, and mine was terrible to begin with, so I made
My-
I made 2
Antonio?
brackets. I made one that was actually serious, and I made one that ODU was going to go and win the national title just because I wanted to. They got smoked by Purdue, but still. But
At least they made it.
yeah, at least they made it. You know, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
It was good to see them represent. But yeah, did you guys make your brackets?
I completely forgot to. Like, I think Antonio's brother was like, did you make a bracket the day that, like, the deadline of it? And I was like, fuck. It's the only year I haven't made one in 4 or 5 years. And usually I do pretty well with them. I'm kind of upset.
Yeah. What about you, Sean? I know you're really big in the college sports scene.
Yeah, I actually did. It's interesting because I don't really follow. I feel like this is like many other millions of Americans. They don't actually follow college basketball until March Madness starts coming around.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I'm actually a big college football fan for
Yeah, for
all
sure.
you listeners out there.
Same.
But yeah, I made one. I'm actually looking at it right now. I have Tennessee going all the way. I got actually 3 of my final 4 teams are SEC teams. SEC.
Oh, that's not good.
Roll Tide.
Yeah.
Well, Tide's definitely made
Haven't
it.
like everyone but like Tennessee lost already?
Yeah.
No, what for the SEC?
Yeah, who's still going?
No, my other 2 teams are there: LSU and Kentucky.
LSU barely beat Maryland. That was a
Dude,
crazy
that
game.
was-
Oh, Tennessee lost.
No, Tennessee won in overtime. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
okay. So Tennessee
They
Kentucky's
almost
still
got
going?
upset.
Right.
Kentucky lost, I
It
think.
is.
No, Kentucky didn't lose.
Did they come back?
I thought they did.
Here, I'll look it up.
I was at B-Dubs and
I think they beat Wofford or whatever.
no, I'm talking about the second round. They won the first round. I don't know
Yeah.
if they played the 5 seed.
Yeah, the second round was.
I'm thinking. I think I'm
Wofford.
thinking of maybe Kansas. I'm not sure. It was.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah,
4
'cause-
seed.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Kansas
Kentucky
lost
just
to
beat-
Auburn. I had
Yeah,
Auburn
that's what I
winning
was.
that game
yeah,
anyways. So
yeah.
I'm actually looking pretty good. All the picks that I lost ended up losing in the second round anyways. That I had them losing
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
Speaking
So
of
far-
crazy games. Oh, wait, sorry.
No,
so
go for
far I am not missing any in my what is this Sweet 16.
Mm-hmm.
So far,
Really?
all my Sweet 16 teams that have been played, I believe, are accurate, with the exception of Washington and Villanova. I had those 2 teams going to the Sweet 16.
Who
They
did Nova lose to?
lost. They lost to Purdue, I believe. Yeah,
Dang.
Purdue.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I feel like I watched the Old Dominion versus Purdue game. I feel like ODU played Purdue better than Villanova did. Like,
Yeah, that
it
was surprising.
Yeah.
I thought.
I mean, I think-
thought Nova.
I mean, I may be a little biased here, but I think ODU came in that tournament really underrated. Like, we were Conference USA champs. We were CUSA champs. CUSA
maybe
champs.
a little biased.
CUSA champs
I'm
won our division. Beat VCU. We beat I think we beat a lot of good teams this year. I just feel like we weren't respected. But anyways, did you make a bracket, Alec?
I actually did not make a single bracket.
I'm really upset.
I'm pretty.
Talking a lot of shit for someone who's not even in it.
What shit was I talking?
What do you mean? About 6 seconds ago.
I was laughing at Brady because he was talking about how he's a little biased about ODU. That's got nothing to do with whether or not I made a bracket.
I think it was the snickering that just left it implied. All right, it was little snickers.
What did you just call him?
What's implied?
Oh, they
Brady.
All right, you know what?
Oh no! But speaking of crazy games today, did you guys see the freaking Duke game?
That was crazy. That
The ending was insane.
Yeah, I would have gotten ruined.
The last, I can't imagine.
You're like the UCF.
Yeah, it was
Barely-
UCF versus
barely
Duke,
missed.
77-77, and in the final last 5 seconds, ticking down, one of their players drives, attempts a kind of like a fadeaway floater, goes off the backboard, goes around the rim, and then one of their players trying to tip the ball in, tips it, continues to go around the rim, and then it falls outside of the rim, and time expires.
The thing that Zion did right before that, he got an and one, but it looked like he purposely missed the free throw so that they could get the rebound and go up by one. The way that he did it, because he shot it perfectly so it would bounce straight into the small forward.
Huh. I didn't see that part. I only saw the very ending of it, but I can't imagine ending your collegiate career on that play.
I know.
Missing that initial shot that missed by just we're talking minuscule numbers to miss that and to potentially upset the number 1 seed. That's rough. You gotta feel for them.
One of the crazy things I feel like though with college basketball, there's so much time and there's they score so fast. I feel like they don't actually really start playing until the last 5 minutes or so. Have you ever noticed so much happens in the last
I wouldn't say that. I would say the tempo goes up. There's a different. It's a play style. It's a tempo.
Yeah, they obviously they got to pace themselves.
Yeah, that's
because by no means is it easy.
You play at that tempo for the entirety of the game, you're going to be absolutely gassed by the end, and you're not going to be able to get anything done. Yeah. You want to play. You want to control the pace of the game. And if you're a team that can score just like that, you want to run up tempo right off the bat. But if you're more of a defensive team, I mean, I'm
slow it down.
I'm really not too knowledgeable about basketball, but this is kind of a basic thing. One of the biggest game plans is the tempo of the game.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess the way I see it is what difference does it make if you use that energy in the last 5 minutes, in the first 5 minutes, and go up, 30-4 because they're slacking, and then you have a whole mental thing, because then they're looking at the scoreboard oh damn, we suck, butthole.
Well, there's also you got to think about, you go with that up tempo, and it doesn't work, then you're really screwed.
That's true. So it's kind of a risk.
It's a very big risk deal.
That's why I guess I'm not a NCAA football or basketball coach.
Can we talk about Coach K? Speaking of which, how long has he been there? How long has he been at Duke?
Duke, I don't know, man. He's been there forever.
He's been there as long as I've paid attention to sports.
He's the Nick Saban of college basketball, I would say.
Yeah. I'd say he's who's the coach of the Spurs?
I don't know. I mean,
Greg Popovich.
Yeah,
Coach Popovich.
Nick Saban's I think Nick Saban's kind of his own aura. He's a.
Well, I'm talking about level of dominance.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think anyone who knows college football kind of, sees Nick Saban like me, I guess you could say, as a god. I'm not afraid to say that there's posters in my room of him.
You got a fat
with
head
his
of him?
face.
There's
Yeah,
there's a shrine in my basement to him.
Pray to him every night.
Like all these teenage guys and everything, they have these posters of girls in
The
bikinis
Bama
and
Bible.
stuff. And I have those.
You just have a picture of Nick Saban in a bikini.
Well, it's like a model in a bikini, but with his face on it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't actually have that.
No, here's a good question.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me though. So
here's a good question.
I mean, I might get that now.
Is like the Bama Bible that you pray to every night? Is that just his playbook?
Yeah, it's his ongoing memoir.
So here's a question for you, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
How come Nick Saban won't go into the NFL?
He was already there, and he tried more.
Yeah, but that was before he had his reputation.
I mean, he gets paid more as a college coach than any other NFL coach gets paid.
More than Harbaugh?
I believe so. Yeah. Oh yeah. You talking Jim Harbaugh of Michigan?
Yeah, from Michigan.
Yeah, he gets paid way more. When Jim Harbaugh first came, they tried to blow him up, and
Does he get paid more than Gruden?
Yeah, he gets paid. Wait, Gruden
for the Raiders. Raiders coach.
I'm not sure.
He gets paid a little less.
Gruden got paid. He's on a 10-year, $100 million contract.
Yeah, Nick Saban makes $8.3 million annually.
So I'm saying, obviously, you get to this point in your career. That's the one thing. Like, I really respect him. He's obviously not in it for the money.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, down there,
with the way the coaching market is now, this last year I believe it was 8 head coaches got fired. He could land I'm like talking like record-breaking deal in the NFL easily.
The other thing that you got to remember.
Wait, he signed a new deal apparently.
Who, Saban?
Yeah.
What was it?
He earned $11 million, including a $4 million bonus last year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well that's just a signing bonus. What's his annual salary?
I thought it was above $10 million because 8.4.
No,
that was
it's not above 10.
No.
Is it? Are you looking at the thing?
Yeah,
it's
25 highest paid college coaches of 2019. Coach K is in $9 million. Nick Saban is at 8.3. And then, let's see, the highest paid coaches in the NFL, it looks like Sean Payton is at 8.
Is Sean Payton the highest, really? Well, I guess Gruden,
yeah.
I mean, $100 million for 10 years, really, it's like, what, $10 million a year?
It's $10 million a year, give or take.
Goodness.
It depends how they structure his contract. It's not going to be straight. $10 million every year is going to go up.
Yeah, so while we're talking about football, we may as well bring up the news about Gronk. He just,
retired.
A couple hours ago, he just retired. So I thought that's so
it was pretty interesting. Yeah,
that's gonna be quite a hit to the offense. Though we know how Tom Brady will just make anything.
I mean,
honestly.
I guess. I mean, think about all the time he's spent injured.
That's what I was about to say.
Half of his career he spent injured. So by no means am I
he's
concerned for the Patriots offense.
He's definitely one of those guys where it can be make or break, especially in the playoffs. He had such a huge playoff presence, like between him, Edelman, and when they had Amendola, they were all nasty. Of them were completely different animals in the playoffs. That's just kind of how the Patriots are. But I'm curious to see what they're gonna do to replace him.
The other thing, before I forget real fast, sorry, going back to the Nick Saban thing, why he wouldn't go to the NFL. You also got to remember, like college, especially down south, and particularly now Alabama, the whole environment and culture in like Tuscaloosa, everybody is an Alabama football fan. Everybody, they worship Nick Saban down there. And NFL, it's like
you love and hate this guy. You love and hate your coach. Like,
and there's so much more. It's so much more money driven, like the whole culture of the NFL. You don't get the people that, it's, I don't know how to explain it. Like,
no,
Nick Saban,
I understand.
Everything that he does in Tuscaloosa, I guarantee he doesn't pay a dime for anything. He walks into a store and people say, "Oh shit, it's Nick Saban. Here you go." So money is definitely not the factor here. I think it's more just
food,
the
food.
the
For
love
the
of
fame.
yeah, free food, yeah.
For free food.
Yeah, and the facilities and benefits and stuff down there. I mean, he's seriously worshipped like a god.
I mean, that's understandable. So
I remember
yeah, go ahead.
when we went. I remember when we went down there a few times. Like when you get out of your car and see people, if you're wearing Alabama anything, the first thing anybody says
Roll
to you,
Tide.
complete strangers, "Yep, roll tide." That's
Yeah.
like the culture. I know, people joke about that stuff, but
And you'll literally see that anywhere. Like, it's not even just down south. It's like anywhere.
yeah,
Like they're
Anybody who's an Alabama fan is like a diehard Alabama fan. I feel like for the most part. I mean, obviously you got bandwagoners just because they're always the best, and that's how it works. But for the main, core, they're huge Bama fans.
So going back to Gronk, Alec, did you find any decent stats on this party Mongol?
Well, I was just going through let's see. I'm looking at the Athlon Sports article, top 25. They got the tight ends of all time ranked. And I just, looking at the stats, made me realize how absolutely unbelievable Tony Gonzalez is.
Yeah.
Okay, so look, they have Rob Gronkowski ranked at number 3 all time.
Who's he behind?
I'm gonna guess
he's
Gonzalez
behind,
and Gates.
Yes, that's
that
exactly it. Okay, so Rob Gronkowski. Oh, okay, so there's a couple stat lines. So Rob Gronkowski, he's got 7,800 yards, 79 touchdowns. 5-time Pro Bowler, 4-time first team All Pro. Okay, so he's number 3. Tony Gonzalez, 6-time first team All Pro, and then 14-time Pro Bowler, has 1,500 yards and 111 touchdowns.
Jeez.
He has nearly twice as many yards Rob Gronkowski had.
Right.
14-time Pro Bowler, like compared to Rob's 5, that's crazy. And like we were saying earlier, Rob Gronkowski's been injured, I'd say legitimately half of his entire career. But that was very interesting. Mm-hmm. And then let's see. Oh, Jason Witten. Okay.
Oh my, yeah.
Jason Witten is ranked down at number 9.
What?
Beneath. Okay, so Shannon Sharp is 4th, right behind Gronk.
That doesn't make sense.
Kellen Winslow, Ozzie Newsome, Mike Ditka, John Mackey, and then at 9, Jason Witten. Okay.
So hold on. Think about this. Jason Witten is in the NFL
again,
and Gronk is retiring. That's kind of funny if you think about it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm really surprised he's retiring. I think he's 30 now, something close to that. I mean, he definitely still has a lot of good years in him.
He just keeps getting hurt.
I think he just wants to do what he wants to do. I mean, he's 3-time Super Bowl champion. He's living the life, man. He's having a good time. He's like Johnny Manziel, but with a good career.
Are we talking about Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, have you seen that video where he's on like the back of some boat and he's on this like trampoline that's attached to it, just like smacking some bikini girl's like ass?
No.
While like drinking like a bottle of champagne at the same time. He's like hopping on this trampoline like that stretches over off of a boat into the ocean, and it's like, yeah, that's what I'd expect from him. I'd expect nothing less.
Do you see? There's a bunch of. I think I've seen a couple videos of him like straight partying with the Patriots owner, and I think it's the funniest thing ever. There's like this old like 70-year-old man or like 67-year-old man just like trying to keep up with Gronk, who's like at heart still like a 20-year-old kid partying. Like
Robert Sucky Fucky Kraft. Yeah, I know.
Oh no.
Dude, the old.
I bet he
Tuggen.
gets after it. He definitely. Well, no.
Wait,
Who am I
how
kidding?
old?
No, he doesn't. He has to pay people.
Yeah, apparently.
Wait, how old is Robert? I mean, if he's old enough, like I'm pretty sure he's like
79 or something.
I'm pretty sure he's like pretty old. I think he
he's
might be
pretty
in
old.
his 80s.
Nah, he's not 80s. He's 70s.
How old is this boy?
Find out.
He's 77.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, but like still to be able to get his Johnson to be able to work at that age, to be able to buy strippers and stuff, you have to give him something there.
Well, that was the thing. Wasn't that whole thing like blown way out of proportion? Because I remember when they were talking about it, all they ever said was just how he was connected to it, and his name was on the list of customers that went to the massage place, and there was no actual evidence that he was involved in the sex trafficking or whatever, right? And that it was just blown up and made him look like it was kind of a sad thing, I thought.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did he actually face charges?
I think.
No.
I
I
don't think
think
so.
he was found not guilty.
Yeah, that was all. It was just like to smear his name because he was the Patriots head coach, and
the owner.
Oh no.
much like Alabama, they faced many haters.
Yeah, they put a lot of
It is sure lonely at the top.
They have a lot of spotlight on them, so everybody's just like trying to find ways to bring them down and stuff.
Exactly.
That's what my brother was
So
talking about.
here's
at
a
dinner
question.
today.
So this I'm gonna say this is gonna be the last thing we talk about, like sport wise, for this. Just because I know Antonio hasn't said a goddamn thing yet.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say a couple things, but like,
Nah.
Fuck.
it just wasn't important. Like, I don't know that much about actual sports, so I can tell you like Gronk is 29, so
Yeah.
having a job that you can retire at 29 years old is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool, I guess.
We have in our Discord chat here Antonio typing, "Who is Rob Gronkowski?" Then he types, "Wait, this isn't Google." All right, so you mentioned all these top tight ends getting these Pro Bowl votes or these Pro Bowl appearances. Do you think do you think in today's game the Pro Bowl is still relevant to a player's resume?
I feel like it should be.
Yeah, I'm sure as long as it exists. Because what is the Pro Bowl? It's
the
voted
fans
on by the
voting.
fans.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I think it's becoming more and more of a popularity contest.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what all of this is.
Wait, actually, I think the
Let me
Pro
tell you-
Bowl,
hold on.
Bowl isn't entirely based off of fan voting.
A majority of it is, though. Matt Ryan, who had a very, very, very strong season, third in passing. I'm trying to find his stats here. Let's see. He had 35 touchdowns to 7 interceptions, 3 rushing touchdowns. Didn't make it to the Pro Bowl. One of the top passer ratings.
That's true.
I mean, obviously, not every good player is going to make it to the Pro Bowl, but someone with that stat line, I feel like should make the Pro Bowl.
What was the Falcons' record last year?
They were
Let me check.
not
Here.
very good.
They didn't make
Exactly.
I don't
That's
think
what
they
I was
made the
thinking,
playoffs.
yeah.
But the
Who
thing,
made it over him?
I know Jared Goff. They went 7-9. I know Jared Goff made the Pro Bowl.
Russell Wilson and
I'm gonna look it up here. 2019 Pro Bowl quarterbacks. So you got Pat Mahomes, Drew Brees, obviously.
Right.
Trying to see
Jer-
here. Who else you got?
Jared Goff and Russell Wilson.
Jared Goff, Russell Wilson,
Phillip Rivers.
Philip Rivers. I mean,
Obviously,
obviously, all these quarterbacks.
No, are
I
great
would say,
quarterbacks.
yeah, they're great. The quarterback, they deserve to make it. But I think a lot of the times, players that don't make the Pro Bowl but still have really good seasons, that season kind of gets kicked under the table just because they don't have that on their resume.
Yeah.
I think.
yeah. And I mean, that's the whole problem with, it being a team sport and us looking and aspiring, towards, individual athletes.
Yeah.
And that's always been that'll always be a problem and continue to be one, unfortunately.
Here's a quarterback.
I do agree with you.
Here's a quarterback that I don't really think. I think so. Mitch Trubisky made it to the Pro Bowl. I think he came in.
Ooh.
I think he came in to replace someone. I can't remember correctly.
I'm trying to think who it was.
I know he came in to replace somebody, but I know that Matt Ryan, like, straight up got snubbed of, like, all-pro, second team, first team, second team, all that. Like, that sometimes I feel like the Pro Bowl, I think it's a little overrated. I think I'd rather look at someone's playoff stats rather than their amount of Pro Bowls.
Oh, Mitch Trubisky replaced Jared Goff. I think that would make sense.
Okay. Yep.
Did you say jerk off?
Jared Goff, yeah, Jared Goff, and then Deshaun Watson was also put in for Tom Brady.
Okay, makes sense.
Nikolai Jerkoff.
All right, let's take a step. Let's take a step away from sports now. I got a funny little news story for you guys.
Oh boy!
So the headline is: identical twin sisters who married identical twin brothers plan to give birth to twins on the same day.
Dude, what the hell?
Oh God!
Let me read a little bit to see. So Brittany and Brianna, I guess her name is Dean, Deane, have done everything together since they were born, but took it to the next level when they married identical twin brothers Josh and Jeremy Sawyers in a joint ceremony in Twinsburg, Ohio, USA last year. Following their special day, the twins now have revealed they plan for their future children, more twins of course, to be just as close as they are, as they're hoping to synchronize their pregnancies. We want to have twins, and we want them to be born on the same day. They're going to be they want to raise these twins in the same house. That's going to be
so confusing.
That's going to be the most confusing. If that I'm giving this like a 0.0001% chance of actually happening, but for twins, for both couples to have identical twins born like on the same day,
it'd be kind of wild. I remember I was reading that article earlier and I was looking at it. I thought it was kind of cool to think about, because the other thing is that means all four of the kids, right, two sets of twins, would have the same DNA.
They would technically be cousins, but also siblings.
Yeah, exactly.
I was kind of thinking, like, how alike would the kids look? Like the different sets.
Yeah, that's
identical.
Would they be identical or not?
Yeah, would the couple?
Yeah.
Well, if they're identical sisters and brothers, probably not. But if they were both, like, so each couple has twins, all four offspring are male, they would probably look really, really close.
Yeah, they
would. It would just be a three sets of identical twins.
I don't know, because obviously they could have stuff like each could have like different color hair, different genes and stuff. Because they're not going to give off the exact same. They're not going to give off the exact same genes.
Genetics are complicated. Not exactly.
If they are twins coming from the same twins.
The
same DNA,
but the chances,
same genetics.
It's possible, yes, but it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, it's
not
but then they wouldn't be identical.
Guys. Well,
if they're identical,
practically they're not technically identical.
Yeah.
Because of epigenetics. Your genes actively change depending on what you're exposed to after birth.
Mm-hmm.
Radiation.
Fallout.
Because otherwise we wouldn't be able to adapt to anything at all. Yeah. We'd be very brittle, evolutionarily wise.
Like peanut brittle.
Yeah.
What?
Peanut brittle? Dang it.
No, I thought.
But yeah, so that'll be very interesting. I'm sure there's tons of scientists willing to shell out plenty of money to them. I'm sure that's why they're doing it. What I found interesting is just the fact that the odds of you having a twin, okay, already low.
Yeah.
The odds of you the odds of your twin being just as much of a freak as yourself, okay, a lot lower. Okay, you and your freak twin finding two other freak twins. That literally may have never happened before in the history of man. This might be a completely new thing. Like, this might be a brand new step for mankind.
Okay, well, I have a point to put in here.
Okay.
So say I had a twin who looked exactly the same as me, you know. If I, started dating...
not two of you.
Nice.
Fuck you. If I started dating somebody who also had a twin, I would just, for fun, see if my brother would want to, do the same. And because it would be fun,
Yes,
it'd be really
yes,
confusing.
Like,
And
are
you
you
could
talking about
prank
switch girlfriends, or
Dude,
you
you
mean
guys
like
could
tag
totally
teaming one of
switch.
them?
Oh,
No,
boy.
I was
that
talking
would be...
about,
Imagine
just
getting-
making...
Imagine having sex with two of your spouse at the same
Think
time.
about
That's not
all
where I
of
was
the
going with this at all.
I think. Hold on.
This was not where I was going with this at all.
Sam meant wouldn't it be funny if you went on a date with her twin? Not
Yes.
yo, dude, let's actually mentally scar this girl that I
Let's
think
pretend
thinks
one of
funny
us is
if
a
she
clone
thinks you're
and-
me.
Yeah, come on,
I
guys.
forgot
I'm
about this,
kind of
bro.
sad that immediately went to that.
The other thing
But
I
I'm
was
talking
thinking
about...
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were done saying. Go ahead.
But I was talking about, you could just completely fool their parents and a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, you'd be like, my name isn't Sam. This is whatever.
Right, like the Parent Trap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
that's what I was going to talk about with these guys. If they have 4 kids all looking exactly the same,
Oh, no.
you could pull the Parent Trap times 2. Because now you got 4 kids. They can do whatever they want.
And they're in the same house.
You could have
be
a kid.
Impossible. Dude.
You could literally team up. Think about this, all right? You team up in school, right? One kid is real good at math. Another kid's real good at English, all right? Let's say one starts slipping. The other one just goes to their class, gets their grades up, takes their tests, passes them. The other one just goes to the other one. They just switch. So that way they all stay on top. They could each focus on one single class, become a master at it, and then just switch around and take the tests and everything for the other kids.
All right, if there were 4 boys that were the same age, that were identical anywhere in the United States, probably 4 cities would just be actually destroyed because they could not be stopped. There is nothing.
Just an entire
could
gang of
happen.
identical twins.
It's they could actually do anything they wanted.
They combine as their own super organism.
Dude,
It's like the
this
Power
is
Rangers.
Yes, the Power Rangers. That's what I was going to say.
Yes. What was that, Megazord?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Power.
Oh,
Imagine-
okay.
Spankers.
Imagine
4
if-
boys that look exactly the same, that probably have the exact same mindset about a lot of things.
Dude, they
Like,
could,
there's-
they could
They
all,
could do anything.
They could literally just take turns banging the same chick, and she would never know.
Actually, probably the coolest thing they could do.
That'd be kind of, I don't
That'd be
know.
Yeah, I
that
don't
would
know
be
how I
it.
feel
That would
about
be the
that.
peak of having a twin.
I feel like
That's
I
as
would
good
have
as
a
it
guilty
gets.
conscience here.
I
like,
gotta
with
say,
that.
all right. Now I am a twin, but
Oh
obviously,
yeah, I
you know,
totally
it's a
forgot
twin.
about that.
Yeah, but mine's a twin sister, and I'm thinking if I was dating a girl who was bisexual, and she wanted to get with my sister, I would not be very okay with that. So I don't know if you guys just aren't thinking it through, or if maybe it'd be different if I was a guy because it'd be like a bro thing. But I don't know. I just don't see that being a very.
No, obviously I'm
unless
just.
they're
Obviously, we're
maybe
just
they're
kidding about
complete
it.
Animals.
I
Maybe
know,
they're
I know,
complete
I know a
animals.
couple people that are identical twins, and literally their lifestyle, it's they're just regular brothers. You know, it's nothing different than me having my older brother or me having my younger brother. I mean, obviously they go through everything together at the same exact time, but they're still brothers. And it's really not. I mean, obviously people get you guys like they mixed up, and I could.
Brady, calm down. Stop. Don't humanize twins.
Shit, you're right.
What are you doing?
They're objects. I'm sorry.
Alec, round 37.
Oh no.
Oh boy, dude. I'll meet you halfway.
Dude, it's gonna be a cute and quirky couple of reunion.
Oh,
Jesus.
Welcome back to the cute and quirky couple show, starring Alec and Sean.
This is the cute and quirky section. You guys want to talk about your feelings about each other?
Yeah, honestly, why don't you guys just kiss already?
Yeah, like, can you guys like have phone sex right here, right now on Discord?
This might be the last podcast I ever do for the rest of my life.
Boy.
What are you wearing, Sean? Sean, what are you wearing right now?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Oh my god. All right,
we just peaked. We can never make a podcast again.
All right, yeah,
All
all right.
I got an idea for next topic.
All right, shoot it.
Eggs.
No. God damn
I'm
it.
leaving. I'll see you
This
guys
later.
podcast was going so
Hey,
well.
I might actually shoot myself.
Hi. You know what? I'm just gonna go to the would you rather part, and how this is gonna go. I'm gonna ask somebody personally.
Classic fallback.
I'm gonna ask somebody the question first. They'll answer, and then everybody else discusses it.
All right.
So, who wants to have their question asked?
Oh, I'll go for it.
Okay, hold on. Do you have a specific question for each of us already, or just whoever volunteers first for the?
Just whoever got volunteers first.
Okay.
All right, so
Brady.
you're asking me.
Would you rather never get angry or never be envious again?
Give me a second. I gotta Google envious.
Envious is like being jealous.
On.
Envious is being jealous. Come on, man.
This is like the easiest choice.
So what was the first choice again?
Never get angry.
I would choose to never be envious.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because
Yeah,
I feel like
I
feel like jealousy just leads to anger, anyways. So.
Well, jealousy is like, not a good thing to have, but like anger, sometimes you have to get angry at something for like,
it's a natural reaction. How else am I gonna hit my max, my personal records on the bench?
Exactly.
I'm not angry, bro.
Exactly. How am I gonna punch holes through walls?
Nice, Sean.
Yeah. I think anger can motivate you, whereas envy just makes you a dirty, filthy commie.
Yeah, and it leads to a lot of bad decisions.
I remember one
And
time
over
Alex
100 million kulaks dead. I mean,
I
Ukraine.
remember I remember one time Alec was so angry at himself that he lifted for like 4 hours until 11 o'clock at
Oh,
night.
I've done that before. I've gone out like.
Oh wait, what did I do?
You dropped the baton at one of the track meets.
No.
Oh, here we go. Yes, yes.
Oh God. Jesus.
All right.
All right, tell us
So-
about that, Alec.
Oh boy.
How did it make you
So
feel? Probably pretty angry.
Were you angry or envious?
I was
Probably
Angry.
for those who didn't drop it.
oh God, yeah. Envious for not being, the retarded one. So yeah, this was the county meets. This was the county championships, and they were being held at Urbana. And I was in, I think it was a 4x100 relay. And so, I mean, look, we're a bunch of skinny white kids. So on a national scale, we're not very fast, but we're pretty good county-wise. And I never had an issue with the baton ever, and I just totally dropped it. I was the second leg, so I was running the far side straightaway, and I dropped it, receiving it.
And you went.
Yup, I jumped the gun, and jumped the gun because I didn't start, but I got a little anxious and took off a little sooner than my first leg teammate, and I basically outran him past the zone, and then I like had to slow and stop to try to get it, and then just ended up fumbling the handoff. And that was a great team, and we could have actually like done something. We could have like went further, but no, I totally mucked that up. And
So-
that was junior year.
So I may have like missed it. Like, did you like was it states or was it just another track meet or?
Okay, so it qualified for states,
Okay.
I believe.
Did you guys end
So,
up
yeah.
qualifying still or no?
Oh no, I mean we lost. We were DQ'd from the race. So our
So that was
4
your
by
only
100
chance.
team. Yes, our
Okay.
4 by 100 team did not qualify to go to states.
Did
And
you
we
still participate in
we
states?
did have a legitimate chance. Yes, our 4x4 our 4x400 relay team did qualify.
Okay.
And we got disqualified there at states, and which was really disappointing.
Yeah,
Not
damn.
my fault that time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
So after
no
you,
drop batons there.
So after that event happened, you like went to the weight room and you lifted for like
yeah, I totally
hours on
forgot
hours.
about that.
I remember
Oh, yeah,
that
this
because we
meet-
went up like afterwards because usually we get food
Yeah,
afterwards.
you guys were there.
And you're just like, no, I'm gonna go lift, and we're just like, all right, tell us when you're like, free. And you're just like, it was like 11 or 12 o'clock
Was
after the track meet, and you're just like, yeah, I'm free.
was
And
this
we're
at
just
the
like, what
high school
hell?
gym?
This is
Yeah.
when we had gone back to Linganore. So we so like it's a track meet. It's kind of like a wrestling meet or any other kind of meet like that, like
MBAT?
gymnastics meet. And basically it's all day. So we get up early in the morning, drive out to our high school, and then we get bussed over and then we'll sit in the sun all day waiting to run because I was short distance, maybe run 30 total seconds and spending all day there, which I'm not complaining about. I don't care. It's
Yeah.
just funny to think about.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then so
you
spent all day just to drop the baton like a butterfingered greasy idiot, and we waited till the end of the meet. Then they bust us back, and I don't know, it was probably late, like 7 or 8 o'clock. And I honestly had totally forgotten about that. But yeah, I guess I
So you lifted
until
at the
8.
Linganore gym until 11 o'clock.
yeah
They
because
let you
the
in
gym
there for
was
that
open
long?
once I had gotten
Oh
once we went
my
back to
goodness!
school.
I just found the best question for Alec when it's his turn.
Oh boy. But yeah, no, I had totally forgotten about that. Jeez. Ouch.
So
I feel like-
I think so.
Dude, I want to ask
Oh,
this
man,
question
that's-
so bad.
Hold on,
At
hold
this
on.
point, I had totally suppressed that memory. Thanks for reminding me.
Dude, this happens all the time.
Yeah, dude, Alec, do you remember when you kissed me on the lips?
Yeah, okay.
All
What
right,
were you
so-
saying, Sean?
Well, like, all right, I'm not obviously trying to take anything from that situation. I know,
Are you going to talk about how long you lift for?
No, well, I'm just saying, like, I
Okay.
feel like that's a pretty normal response, like,
Oh,
Yeah, as an
lifting,
athlete.
oh yeah.
because, and like, I mean, it's kind of funny because I said no, but I guess I kind of am gonna be talking about that. Like, I remember between junior and senior year for me, coming back from the shoulders and everything, all cheesed off. That summer, I mean, I legit spent on average about 8 hours a day in the gym.
Jeez.
Like
Nice.
I'd leave in the morning at like 6. I'd come back at like 9 or 10, eat, and then do stuff around the house, and I'd go back to the gym. I lift,
Yeah.
2, 3 until 7 or 8.
I remember when I was this was a while ago, but like I was having some relationship issues, and every time I would like either get pissed off or like I would have thoughts in my head, like I would just like it'd be like 2 a.m. in the morning and I just go like run around the campus or something, And
Yeah, that's
I
real
just,
man shit.
like, I was like, yeah, fuck this. I'm not gonna deal with this anymore. I'm just gonna go run until I like I just made myself think about like, holy shit, if I keep running, I'm gonna throw up, and then I'd be okay. Like it would
Dude,
do me
that's
for the
the
night.
best.
Like
Yeah,
I mean, that is a healthy way to relieve like
I,
anger and
it,
stress.
I think it's really underrated.
It's a very underweighted. Yes, I agree.
Yep.
Like
Yeah, if more
between
people
that
did
and
that,
lifting, like
it'd be a
because
better
it
place,
makes use of that energy that you're generating. Like you're pissed off. Like, are you just gonna sit there and just like boil about it for the next like 5 or 6 hours in a chair, like for the next week or so, or just like go take it
Yeah.
out in the gym
Yeah,
and
just
make
go like
use
absolutely.
of it? You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
use it as
Or,
motivation.
well, if you weren't angry and just envious, you just take something from someone else
Well, I
instead
think
of make something yourself. So
like I would have jealousy issues sometimes, and like when I did, I knew it and I was conscious of it, and I just like I found the best ways to like. It may not like sound like the best thing, but I would try to turn that into like anger.
That's
And
what I
Yeah,
do.
I
dude,
would say
just
anger is
get
a lot
pissed.
more easily to manage than jealousy.
yeah, it depends on what you're angry
It depends
about.
on like how
but
you have
I
like
do.
I
dealt with things in you.
I've
This is
been
getting real
dealing-
deep.
that's fine. I've been dealing with like I had like really serious anger issues when I was a younger kid.
Oh, we lied.
So I've been like able to really like learn how to cope with it, and I think when I can like translate anything to that, I can like do the same stuff for it. It makes it a world difference.
Yeah.
Dude, you're literally unstoppable if you take the bad things and then make something
Just work
good out
them
of
out.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like you literally, like that's it. That is the winning formula.
That's
Yeah.
why, like, recently it's been so hard for me just to control things with anything because I have not been able to work out, and that was the only way that I was able to relieve stress.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't even run.
All right. So Antonio, did you answer this question yet or nah?
I think I did.
Okay. So do you want to go to the next question, Sam?
Oh yeah, I got one for Alec that everybody's gonna love. This is
Oh
gonna be funny
God,
as shit.
I don't want to.
Boy,
I-
am I excited.
Would you rather have to swim everywhere, right? Or have to listen to Nickelback for 12 hours each day for the rest of your life?
Oh my God, bruh.
All right.
Oh
so
my God.
this isn't an either or question. I'd pick listen to Nickelback for 12 hours every day, but I'd be able to listen to it while I swam everywhere. This is easy money, okay?
Oh my God.
Okay, hold on a second.
This is why we
Wait
don't
a
like Alec.
minute.
Hold on a second now. Swimming everywhere?
Yeah. I
You're
was
telling me
thinking
you're
about
gonna
that.
swim to Walmart for groceries,
Are you telling
carry
me
those
that
Every time you get out
groceries
of bed
while
and
you
go to the
swim?
bathroom, you gotta swim?
Well,
Are you
I
telling
was-
me that it's the midst of winter and you have to swim to get out of bed to get a glass of water?
Then I just move closer to the equator.
Well, I was thinking more.
No,
along
what
the
I
lines
do
of,
is
like,
I just install canals in my house.
You're
so,
right, Alec. Both of those things that you said would be solutions to that problem are a totally normal response. Move to the equator and install canals.
Duh. So okay, so I just waterproof my car, and then I would.
So you'd
like
buy
I
a
said,
boat.
I install canals in my. No, shut up. I'd install the inverse of a boat. The
So a
mega
submarine.
No, because it's keeping the water out still.
It's still a car.
It's just got a roof. No, okay, no.
Besides, you
Okay,
wouldn't be allowed to
So you're
use
saying
car.
a
You
water
have to
bottle
swim.
is
That's the
not-
rules.
I'd install canals in my hallways of my house, and then I would waterproof my car, and then just be able to. Oh God, I guess
Yo, did you hear what I just said?
what?
Waterproofing your car wouldn't matter. You can't use it.
But
You
what
can't
if?
use a car because the rules are you have to
Swimming.
swim everywhere.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking more along the lines of like you have a bathtub, and you just live in that and hire like 5 people, like 5, maybe
How does he make money,
immigrants a day,
Actually, you know what?
and they just carry you everywhere, and while you swim in place.
Well, that's
just
what I was gonna
realized-
say. Oh, what is treading water not technically swimming? Okay, question. We're just gonna. What do you guys
I
think?
mean,
It's still
it's
swimming.
called. Yeah, it's swimming because
Yeah.
it's like the
Okay,
most basic.
so why can't I tread water in my car while I'm driving?
'Cause
How are you gonna
need your
drive
empty
and
feet to
stay
drive.
afloat at the same time?
If you can figure
We
out how
just
to
fill it up
drive
with
while
more
the
water.
inertia of the car moving makes the water splash around while
I
you're
know.
floating in it and not actually stapled to any
Okay,
body
no.
of matter.
Okay, whatever.
Alex,
okay,
trying to make
I'd
sense of
fill
this, and it's
I'd
literally
fill it
impossible.
completely and wear fucking scuba gear, okay? Whatever, not even tread water. I'll just be in scuba gear in my car. And I'll be driving around. But I'm still in the water, and the
Hey, does
water
this
itself
mean that
is
if we
moving.
just stick Alex somewhere with no water, that means he'll just eventually die?
I'll just have to flop around like a fish, I guess.
Well,
No,
what
but
they
if you
say.
can't swim, you can't move. That's the rule. So if we just like move water.
Oh,
through
okay.
you-
Okay. How about this? Let me lawyer up real quick. Okay. What is water? A medium in which things travel through. What is the air? The same thing. My moving anywhere at all within the atmosphere of this planet could be swimming through it technically. Because you didn't
Oh my
specify
God.
swimming
God,
through water.
Alec, it's
Did
a would
you
you
in the
rather
question?
You say yes or no, and then you.
Shoot, you know what? Maybe he did.
Oh, you're right. Because these questions aren't
Hey,
supposed
yo,
to
hey,
spark
guess what?
conversation.
But
I
you
just looked
can't-
up the dictionary definition of swim, and it says propel the body through water by using the limbs.
Yeah, see, well, I think
I
that
don't know,
definition is
because-
wrong.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause
I
I mean
think-
that one
Because
you
it doesn't
can-
have to be through water. What if I was
Yeah.
swimming through what? Liquid nitrogen or something like that? Or
Well, the second
what
definition
other
is
liquids
still
are there?
the
milk.
second definition.
Mercury? What if I was swimming through mercury?
Hey,
I could
I'm
still
trying to
swim
prove
through it.
you
It's a
wrong
liquid. It's a
if you don't
medium.
mind.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
The
Continue.
second definition of swim is be immersed in or covered with liquid.
So I'd still be able to tread water in my car. But still, that's not no. So it's not it's through a medium. It's a process in which you swim through a medium.
But the medium has to be a
Get through
liquid
it.
state. Because you can't swim.
You know what, Alec? If you're trying to go through all this trouble just to prove that the wording of the way the question was asked is faulty, well, then also I have a little bit of something to say. Because guess what? It actually says...
I don't
have
care.
to
You broke your
swim-
elbow.
It actually says you have to swim everywhere, which means some uncontrollable force possesses you to find every possible square inch of land on this earth and find a way to swim there.
Oh, it doesn't even just stay at Earth. It says everywhere.
Yeah, good point. Good luck. I mean,
Yeah, honestly,
Oh
Alec, if
my
you ever go to like
God.
space, the water's gonna freeze faster than you can swim. So I guess you're fucked.
he has to find another liquid, or
And you-
But there's no medium. There's no liquid for me to swim through. So I can't swim there. So I can't leave the planet.
dude, you got to figure out a way to do it.
Well, that sucks for
You're
you,
gonna have to
Alec.
swim. There's a lot of swimming. You better get started.
Hey, why don't you worry about the places you can swim first? Because there's a lot of ocean, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alec gets asked this question.
goodness.
First thing that comes to mind: how the hell am I gonna get to outer space?
How the hell am I gonna get to Mars?
I'm gonna get past the first 15 minutes.
Oh my
I like
gosh.
how Alex started
I
this
can
question
swim
with
for more than 15
both.
minutes,
Yeah, I
Antonio.
know.
Remember when I
Actually,
sunk
one
my
time-
canoe in the middle of
Hey,
Oh my God.
I helped.
All right, this next question
Yes.
is gonna be for Antonio.
All right, hit it.
Hey, that's me.
So, would you rather keep your same poop schedule? Like, I
Whoa.
don't know. Okay. I don't know
Yo,
how often you do it.
continue. Yo, no, continue. I totally
I like where this
exactly-
is going.
You know where this question's going.
I exactly know.
Or
what
would you
mean,
rather
so-
poop for 24
Oh my
hours straight one day and never have to poop again for the rest of the year?
Oh my god.
Dude,
Wait,
Dude,
just a year?
That's easy.
that's easy.
That's so easy.
Yeah, what?
I don't know. The feeling of a nice poop after like eating and stuff, and then
For
no,
Dude,
no, no.
imagine the
Alright, hear
feeling
me.
of that 24-hour
Okay.
poop, though.
yeah,
No,
but
no, no.
for one 24
You
hour
gotta hold it
stint.
for a whole.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you were sitting there
Okay, yeah, we didn't
uncomfortable
specify
with-
you had to hold it.
Yeah, you were sitting there uncomfortable, like, for 364 days a year, which is poop massively filling up your colon.
No, that can't be. That can't be right. That can't be.
Yeah, I was thinking like you don't even get that urge.
Yeah, I think you just get the urge once a year.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
true.
if that's the
Okay.
case, I'd do that because then you'd never like have to worry about getting diarrhea or anything.
Yeah. I mean, if you think
Like,
about it,
But
like
what
you
if
know,
it's,
if you
what
know,
if it's 24 hours worth of diarrhea?
oh no,
Oh,
that would be
no.
bad.
Dude.
Just
that'd be a
everything
little
that
fun in
would
that.
have normally happened to you the rest of the year.
Nah,
happens
dude,
in that
like-
one day.
Okay, so
Although,
what's
I
your
don't
what's
know.
your answer, Antonio?
Yeah. I guess if we're going by the definition that Sean said, I guess I would pick the same thing, like just once a
Once-
year, you know?
Yeah,
I feel
that's what
like
I would choose.
if I knew that day was coming, I'd freaking just like set up something. I get like a desk in like in a toilet, dude, and I just like set up
Yeah.
for the day. Honestly,
Light some candles.
Yeah.
lights
Make it a whole
down,
day
dude.
out of
make,
it.
Make a night out of it.
yeah, dude, I got like my
Some
little
incense.
freaking George Foreman grill right next to me. Cook up some burgers or something.
Eat while you shit,
Yeah,
shit while
yeah,
you eat
dude.
is amazing. Just a non-stop shit.
Oh,
I feel
that'd be
that's
so
kinda
good.
Gross, actually. Eating.
Yeah, I
while-
don't know about that, Chief. That's kind of.
I
Dude,
mean, like, I would do it, but
I don't know. I'd be
For
really
one day of the year,
concerned.
man.
So, like, once you started, would it be like a never-ending stream for that full 24 hours?
Oh my
Or
God.
would it come in like stages or shifts?
Dude,
'Cause,
imagine like
I clogged the toilet with my shit alone right now.
Okay, so
And I,
what if
I don't do it for 24 hours
You just
at a
get hooked
time.
up to a
Wait,
garbage.
So I'm thinking here. So what if it's like a normal thing for human beings to only poop once every 365 days?
Okay.
So what if there's just a giant shit collector?
Yeah,
what?
I was gonna say like you don't really need to be in the bathroom for 24 hours. It just says shit for 24 hours. You could like straight up be, I get like a machine wearing your back,
a shipping crate.
Ooh.
like a backpack, and you just walk around. And you just go to the
You just-
bathroom to change it.
You're
every
just
The
talking to
shit
some
sucker
chick.
9000.
Oh yeah, hold on.
just call up, I guess, Acme and be like, "Hey, I need you guys to make me something."
or like you could just walk around on like a stool, like a motorized scooter with with a hole cut out and the
Going
bottom of
into
it.
your asshole.
I mean, it
Once if
wouldn't-
you just take a vacuum cleaner too and just suck it all out.
I think that's how it works.
Good lord.
Jesus Christ.
Some guy,
Oh my god! And it's that
some guys suck out his intestines by trying that.
dude,
What?
Yeah.
I'm sure people do that all the time.
Why? Of all the things you could be sure of, why is that one of them?
Dude, Florida exists. I'm sure half of it, like throughout the entire globe,
Yeah,
happens
hold
there.
on. Like, can we just talk about the Florida man meme for a second?
Dude, it's honestly one of the greatest memes of this year, and I'm saying that with like, not in high regards to this year's memes in the first place, but that one's pretty good.
What was like? I'm trying to think of some of them. Like some of them.
This
are
year's been
really
awful
good.
for memes.
Well, there was the thing going around where it's like Google Florida man and then your birthday and see
Yeah. I want to see
Yeah,
what mine
but
is. I'm gonna do that
what
right
the
now.
first headline was. Yeah.
I think
I'm gonna do that right now.
BuzzFeed ruined that one too, though, because I searched mine and the first thing that came up was like a thing from BuzzFeed, like, "Oh, this is what people are doing. They're searching Florida man with their birthday." So they
Wait, I
completely
want to see what
ruined
mine
that.
says.
Oh man. But
Oh no. Wait, what? Wait, oh no, you're right. That was a BuzzFeed thing.
Yep. I told you.
All right, well, now we can't talk about it because BuzzFeed talked about it. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I
wait, no.
like the Steve Irwin anti-PETA memes.
Oh, those were pretty solid.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
you know what I
That's okay.
realized? There's literally like a huge like PETA building like 10 minutes away from my campus. It's
Right.
it's like in downtown Norfolk, and it's like I don't know. I kind of think I have to move now.
Alright, so my
Oh
Florida
my
man thing
God.
would be Florida man attacks flamingo at Busch Gardens.
So
I searched up Florida man. I searched up Florida man November 21st. Court records. Florida man admitting to stealing laxatives, thinking it was hydrocodone.
oh my god.
Oh my god.
Mine's kind of boring. Mine's just Florida man arrested after threatening to kill politicians who vote no on Kavanaugh's confirmation.
How do you guys search
Oof.
your Florida man thing?
Florida man uses fake ID, steals $41,000 in dental implants, $10,000 for French bulldog.
All right, let me see this
Okay.
real quick.
I want to see this one.
How'd you guys figure yours out?
You
I
Google
just
Florida
literally
man
searched
April,
in.
or you know.
No, I searched, yeah, Florida man and then your birthday.
Okay.
That's it.
Wow, it got quiet.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I was actually just reading a question from a possible viewer. Do
What?
you think Tarzan? I said possible viewer. I don't know if this person listens to our show or anything.
so probably
So-
not.
So I don't understand. What's the question?
Do you think Tarzan was a virgin before he met Jane, or did he
Oh
beat
my
Gorilla
God.
Cheeks?
What?
He definitely beat some gorilla cheeks.
Oh, wait, here. All right, here's mine. Here's mine from Florida, April 15th. All right. Florida man in custody after landing helicopter on White House lawn.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, how did he not get shot down?
That happened in
Rebecca's is fucking-
2015. What?
Florida man killed with axe and fight over beer and lottery tickets.
Oh my god. All right, I think we've ran this into the dirt. All right, so
Oh,
I think,
well,
so-
do we have any more questions? Jeez,
I
didn't
do.
think it
I
was
have
that
one
bad.
for
all right,
Sean.
All right, yep. Last question.
All right,
right?
Okay.
Right. Would you rather have pubic hair for teeth or teeth for pubic hair?
Question: can I shave either of them?
Yes.
I don't know. Can you shave your teeth, Sean?
Yes.
I mean, you can. It'll be
Then
very
yes.
painful.
Oh yeah, would it still be like as painful? I feel like teeth though, like they'd always be dry because they're not in your mouth, and you get that uncomfortable like dry mouth.
They're just bones sticking out of your body at that point.
Yeah. So could I
They're just-
like?
I feel like
No,
you could
dude,
not
'cause
shave
teeth-
them. They're
Because
bones.
teeth have roots underneath, dude.
Teeth
They
have
got
nerves.
they got nerves.
Yeah.
Teeth is pubic hair. Final answer.
Sean just grows a teeth beard.
It's hard,
I mean,
it's hard to
that's hard.
justify
I'd have- that
pubes
means-
for teeth.
Hey,
First of all,
That's
No,
I mean, you
hard.
could get
Everyone-
dentures.
that means first of all, everyone I meet, everyone I talk to, sees hair in my mouth at all times. Second of all, I taste and feel hair in my mouth at all times. Not only that, but pubic hairs. Second of all, if it's on, I mean, that'd be kind of cool too. I mean, it's like, if you got
Yeah,
teeth
she pulls
down
down
here-
your pants, you just got a bush full of teeth.
Yeah,
Dude.
it's like, and I could like get braces for them, and I could brush
Braces?
them, kind of nice. Like,
You can
yeah,
brush
I could
them?
freaking hygiene.
I use
bro,
Colgate White
hygiene.
Total from
Hygiene.
pubes.
dude.
Hygiene.
Sean, did you floss your teeth? Uh-huh. All of your teeth.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah. Plus,
No,
like,
that'd be,
dude, I
that'd
would
be
not
so
want
bad.
to know the
Dude,
kind of
also-
tartar that builds up on dick teeth,
it
dude.
would also
Dude,
kind of.
That would be so
defend-
bad.
It
You
would
have
also
to
kind of
clean
defend.
like so much, dude.
Nah.
People spend a
Yeah,
lot
Sean
of money.
wouldn't.
People
Wait.
spend a lot of money to make their teeth look good. And, like, Dude, if you're trying to get someone to sleep with you, and you're like, dick teeth don't look good.
Yeah, what if you're like railing her and your teeth are just stabbing her like every like 2 seconds,
Yeah, once
man?
you
Like,
have buck dick teeth.
yeah.
Also,
You got the canines,
talking
dude.
about reality. What kind of doctor do you go to work on your dick teeth?
A dentist.
You go to the
Okay,
Gynecologist.
gynecologist, or do you go to a dentist?
Try finding
You go to a
any
dentist.
doctor who would agree to work on
I
that.
ship.
Try finding anyone who would realistically actually sleep with you, dude. That would be awful.
I don't know. They wouldn't know until they were there, and then by then it'd be kind of too late for them to back out.
Dude,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
no.
a good quote. That's it.
Yeah,
They
so-
just,
Save
they'd feel uncomfortable, but they'd also feel bad about leaving, and they just kind of be like, okay,
And
know
they
what?
Dude,
leave
I don't think you
immediately
realize
after.
how much girls don't actually care
Wait,
I
about
don't
that.
think you realize
There's
how
this guy
fucked
on
up
the-
you would be if someone pulled down their pants and had teeth.
Yeah.
Dude, I know this guy. Okay, he comes here to USC, and his name is
Kevin.
Well, no, I won't even say his name. Okay,
Kevin.
Just
but
give him a name. Give him a name.
It's teeth.
let's call him Billy.
All right, Billy.
So Billy, is like horribly awkward with women, but also works out and has like a Greek, like god body, you know.
Okay.
Right.
The classic Greek physique or something like that. I don't know. He's a very attractive looking man,
Yeah.
Well,
and
No.
basically he was like a kissless virgin up until like sophomore year of college, and
wow.
he got this chick into bed with him, and he literally stopped like basically as soon as they started because he just immediately tried to plow into her, and she was like you have to do foreplay or whatever, and he literally like over top of her told her, I don't know how to do that, and then she, no joke, rolled over and went to bed in his own bed and then woke up and left the next day.
what a bitch.
Oh man.
Oh man,
Oh no.
he kind of
Oh,
deserves
man.
it. He's kind of not the best guy, but it was very funny listening to.
You could at least
Wait.
try. Like,
Yeah, it's
I have a
kinda-
thing to
there's
add
not
to, the,
much to it.
to
Yeah,
the,
it's not rocket surgery.
to that
Rocket
one.
surgery.
rocket
Wait a
surgery.
Yeah, it's called a Malafor.
Thought it
Mouth.
was rocket
I've
science.
heard it before.
Mouth.
So, I have a question to ask. So most people comb their hair in the morning throughout the day.
So,
What if
okay.
you have pubic hair for teeth? Would you comb your pubes?
Oh boy.
Or would you brush them?
Would you braid them?
I think it would bring a whole new meaning to brush your teeth.
I think you would
Oh,
trim them like nose hairs.
Yeah, that's good, Sean.
That's a good point.
I think I would just trim them like nose hairs or something. Keep them like super short, and then probably
Yeah,
just
but then
rock
you
some
would-
dentures or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, but you'd have to.
Dentures.
Well, I mean, yeah, you could. Well, you
You
couldn't
keep-
get them permanently. But
Yeah,
yeah,
obviously, but you could just
Well,
at least.
I don't know. Can't doctors make you bald?
I mean,
yeah, but I guess that kind of takes
with
away
your
from
I have,
gums,
to
though.
get, I have to get my bikini.
What do you mean? You do
waxed.
laser hair
why
removal?
not?
I don't know if
It's just
laser hair removal is permanent, but like I'm sure that
Would
lasts
that
a
be
long
safe
time.
for
Just-
your mouth though? Like,
I mean, the
Probably not,
lasers
but
don't
would having
damage
hair
your-
teeth be safe for a lot of different things?
Yeah,
I didn't
mean,
think the
I've-
lasers actually damage your skin. It's just like ultraviolet light or something in your follicles. Yeah. I don't know what a mouth follicle in your gum, how that would react, or any bananas shit like that. I don't
Hey,
know.
I hate the thought of everything that you're saying right
Yeah,
And I mean,
same. That's why I stopped. So I stopped talking about it.
And I mean, I've eaten blazing wings, so
wow,
now.
Sean.
Yeah, me too.
Oh shit, my
American
teeth
hero.
are all tangled. I have to brush my teeth.
Not to boast
To
or
be
anything.
fair, Sean ate a blazing wing and then touched his eye with the sauce on his hand and survived. So.
Like purposely.
Ooh. Well, the guy, it was like, all right, you know how like when you go get an MRI, they tell you not to move and not to laugh, and you're like, how the hell am I supposed to not move and not laugh now? Because you're always laughing, and that's basically what happened. We sat down, I ordered the blazing wings, trying to look cool, And he brings it to me and he says, "All right, now just don't touch your eyes." Now I got an eye itch, you know? So I try to use my elbow or like forearm to itch my
Your
eye.
elbow to your eye. Isn't that like a challenge?
It was
Like
the
elbow
most
to your
totally
mouth?
true.
incredible ability that I've ever seen a human attempt.
So I tried to wipe my eye with my forearm, and I quickly realized that my forearm had been sitting on the table that was covered in blazing sauce.
Oh no.
So
Yes.
I got blazing sauce all in my eyes, and
Jesus.
the guy made sure to come back and give Tommy a whole bunch of milk, but not me. So that was kind of hurtful.
I
I
feel
guess-
like I would be less concerned about how hot my mouth is, and probably more about I'm
My
probably
eye
going to
being
be
on
blind
fire.
very soon.
I mean, I could have put milk in my eye though. I don't know if that would work.
I don't
but
think that would have
I
worked.
feel
Sean.
like probably not.
I don't know.
All right.
It hurt though for
All
a
right,
long time.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and close off the podcast on that note.
Alrighty.
Thank you for listening. If you have made it this far, I think this is a lot better than the last podcast where it was just talking about what fucking eggs.
Yeah, I thought this was great.
Yeah.
Anything was great compared to that.
I thought it was a good podcast last time. I like eggs. There, I said it.
I like eggs.
God. Oh,
like
boy,
the
we're
simple
gonna
mind-
get
it-
started.
No, we're too simple-minded to enjoy it.
No. All right. So
Yes, exactly.
thank you for listening. If you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, follow us on Twitter at BWDWK_podcast. That's but what do we know podcast. We'll be posting updates there and whatnot, and memes of Alec basically.
Oh, boy.
Other than that, thank you again
Disgusting.
for listening.
I should probably follow the podcast.
Yeah.
Wait, did you make a
probably
Twitter
should.
finally, Alec?
No, I need to. I'm going to do that right now.
What the fuck?
Dude, right. I'm literally.
Alex, like, in his head, just wait. Why haven't I followed the podcast yet? Oh, that's right.
Makes
I
a
don't have-
I don't have
Twitter
a
just
Twitter.
for that.
He has like
Yeah, that's
Twitter
what I'm doing.
installed. He has the app installed. He just doesn't have an account. Wait, why haven't I been able to follow any of you all?
All right. Anyways, thank you for listening. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Deuces.
See ya.
Peace.